Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk about layering when recording guitars. This is something that the more that I've been recording and writing music, the better I've gotten at this. And to me, it's the number one thing that takes your production and writing kind of to the next level. Layering multiple guitars gives your music width, depth, kind of what most people are looking for when writing music. And something that maybe isn't super obvious when you're just starting out. I have a Logic session open, and I'm just going to be recording layers of guitars over a small section and kind of walking through the process of what I'm thinking and how I'm changing guitar tones, a couple plugins that I'm using, and that kind of thing. So I hope this video is helpful. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And let me know if this is something that you do in your music, or if you have a different approach to this kind of thing. I'd be really interested to hear your guys' responses in the comments, and I'll be sure to go through them a little bit and kind of respond to ones that I think are interesting. So for all these layering examples that I want to show you, I'm gonna start layering over a bass track. Say like this is the guitar part that you wrote, and then now you're trying to add all these different parts. I need to first write the original part and record it. So I had this little idea, pretty simple, kind of chordal based, maybe a little bit of arpeggio kind of thing. So I'm going to record that right now, and then that is what we're going to base everything on top of. For my guitar tone, I'm running into my pedal board, and I'm using the Origin Effects Cali 76 compressor, and then that is running into, I have the new Universal Audio Ruby amp sim plugin. So now I'm just going to loop this part, and now I have what I'm going to be layering on top of. So the first way that I wanted to add another layer to this is to double track like a chord harmony, I guess you would call it. So I'm going to kind of do the same rhythm, but I'm going to do it maybe on a different part of the neck. And they're going to be chords that I just think work with this part. So I still need to figure out what notes I'm going to choose. So I'm going to do that right now. And then once I do, I'm going to double track it, pan it right and left, and you'll hear how all of a sudden there's like this huge like sound to it. Something else I'm going to do is I'm going to switch pickups. What this does is that it adds just more separation between the layer that I just recorded and the new layer that I'm going to record. If I use the same guitar tone, you can make it work, but I just find having a range of different guitar tones, so either switching pickups or even switching guitars, can just have a really cool sound and add more separation. And now I'm just going to track the other side. So now that you'll hear, if I play it, it's these three layers that are kind of working together to form this single sound. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to lower the volume a little bit on the second layer, and then I'm going to add a third layer. And this third layer is going to be like my ambient layer. So I'm going to add a bunch of reverb and delay, and then maybe play some more long ambient notes to kind of add some texture on top, as well as fill in some space in like an interesting way. I'm first going to open up a new track, and this is going to be layer 3. And I'm going to use the Universal Audio Dream amp. I'm also going to turn on a guitar effect. So I have my OC3 on my pedal board that I just turned on. And again, I'm going to switch pickups to add more separation between all these parts. So to get my super ambient sound, I'm going to add a couple plugins. So first, I'm going to add a plugin called Portal, which will give me like some granular, weird, glitchy stuff that I think sounds really cool. Oh yeah, so this one's really adding a lot. So I'm just gonna put this on 50%. And then on top of this, I'm gonna add more reverb. And I'm gonna use the Sound Toys little plate in stereo. Something I'm gonna do to kind of make this all fit together a little better is I'm gonna add an EQ to this and take out low end. Another way that I like to layer things is if you have a chord stack kind of like this with some ambient stuff, you can kind of think of this whole thing as like a pad. So this is something that is like a layer that is just kind of like, there's not any distinct rhythm. I know this one's kind of rhythmic, but you can kind of like see with all the ambience and all that kind of stuff, it just turns into like a nice wash of sound. And so what you can do is add maybe like a rhythm guitar under it that's playing a more like staccato rhythm, which is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna create 2 layers, left and right, so they're gonna be the same part, but it's gonna be stereo, double tracked. So this video is sponsored by myself. So for those who don't know, I have a channel membership called Josh's Music Club. On there, I have a bunch of live streams and uncut song from scratch videos, and something new that I just started that the second episode has been released today is these Josh's Music Club lessons. These are basically like video lessons about concepts that I'm interested in, or if you're a member, you can leave a comment and kind of suggest new topics. They're a bit more of an uncut format. The first one that I released is a little bit more on the pentatonic superpositions, so I have a couple different exercises and some more on that. And then this one that I just released today is on parallel modes. So if you're interested in kind of upping your guitar knowledge or just want to support the channel, think about becoming a channel member. So for this rhythm, I'm also going to be using my OC3, and I'm going to double track this, and then I'm going to add a bass that's going to double these. So first I need to write the part. So I'm just going to push play and see if I can come up with something. So to re-emphasize this layer, and this is something I do with a lot of layers usually, you can use a synth. So I'm going to use not a synth, but a bass plugin to reinforce this part that I just recorded. But you can use this concept to reinforce any part. So like sometimes if there's a guitar line that I just think isn't punching through enough or doesn't have enough power, I will layer it with a synth, or you could even layer it with something like a piano. But I'm gonna layer this one with a bass, and then maybe also I'll add a synth. And then I'm just gonna literally double this part that I just played. So now I have this part, and if we listen through, you'll hear that the bass attack and tone really reinforces this guitar part that I just recorded. So what I can also do is I'm going to add another layer and just copy this MIDI, and then this one I'm going to have as a piano. So now I have the piano and the bass part both adding attack. If I add the electric guitar, if I add everything, at this point, you can write a melody, you can add drums, you can kind of take this a bunch of different ways. So I'm just gonna like improvise a little bit over this, just because it seems like fun. And yeah, and then that'll kind of be the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know what you think of all the layers, all the guitar tones, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.